My sisters and I are all finance majors. We went to college, thanks to student loans, and were able to score well enough to bag decent jobs. I work in marketing and advertising, but I really want to build something of my own, and I didn't want a bad relationship with my sister-in-law, which is why I didn't speak up about Olivia before Harry and I got married. I hoped that she would accept me eventually, but it didn't happen. And then, it just became too awkward. I finally did speak up a few months after we got married and told Harry that I didn't feel comfortable visiting his sister because she made me feel inferior, and I had a feeling that it had something to do with my family and my dad's profession. He was quite understanding about it and told me that he would speak to his sister and try to clear the air between us. He did, and told me that he would speak to his sister and try to clear the air between us. He did live up to it, but it didn't lead anywhere because after he spoke to Olivia about it, she just denied everything vehemently and started crying crocodile tears because she felt attacked and claimed that she had been nothing but warm to me, so this accusation of her being classist was uncalled for. But that didn't change the way I felt about her and only made me feel like she was trying to manipulate us. So I told Harry that I appreciated his efforts, but I still didn't feel comfortable around her. So we decided that he could stay in touch with her, but I would avoid her, and only when I felt ready would I talk to her. He didn't cut her off, but distanced himself, and I knew she hated me for it. Now that we were married, I didn't have much of a choice when it came to her and had to make my peace with it. Olivia and I would meet at family get-togethers, but we wouldn't see each other otherwise, and we were both fine with that arrangement for a while. However, a few days ago she texted me around noon that she was celebrating her 50th birthday and she wanted me to be present a few hours before the party was supposed to begin because she wanted to mend things. She told me that I had been right about her and she had kind of been horrible to me in the past, so she wanted to make up to me for it. I agreed to it and showed up early because I was really happy since I felt like she was finally coming around and accepting me as her family. But that turned out to be a bust because as soon as I got there, she told me to go wait in the kitchen for a while. It was confusing, but I did it, and a little while later, she came into the kitchen herself and introduced me as her housemaid to the waitstaff who were there for the party. I was shocked because this was a new low, even for her, and to make it all worse, she was recording it and laughing like this was the funniest prank that one could ever play. Everybody else was also quite uncomfortable, and I was so humiliated that I started crying. I ran out of the house and got into my car so I could drive back home. I had told Harry that I was visiting Olivia, but he was busy at work, so he hadn't read that text and he wasn't going to be at the party until it was supposed to begin, so I came back to an empty house and an empty inbox, which made me feel even more alone, and I cried myself to sleep. I woke up a couple of hours later and Harry was finally home by then. He was sitting beside me on the bed, furiously typing on his phone, and when I asked him why he wasn't at the party, he turned his phone towards me and showed me a video that his sister had posted. It was the video that she had recorded and had captioned it as a prank that went wrong. She cut the video off right before I started crying, so it didn't look as bad. But she still posted only to humiliate me, and I started crying once again. Harry told me not to worry about it because he was trying his best to have it taken down and told me that he would pull out all the stops to make sure that his sister regretted this. She wasn't replying to his messages or picking up his calls, probably because she was busy with the party, but he knew that she would call him in a while to ask why he wasn't there yet and when she would. He promised me that he would teach her a lesson of a lifetime.